Hello everyone, welcome back to the 20 days Python functions. Now this is the day 7 of part 2, that is, we are going to perform exceptional handling inside the functions. So first of all, we'll create a function. Now in this function, we are going to, we'll face an error when we are going to divide two numbers, and then we are going to handle that error. So first of all, we are going to take input for the two numbers. So now we have taken input of the two numbers, and then we are going to perform the division. Now it's time for the function calling, so we'll call our function. Now when I'll execute the code, you will see that first it is asking for enter the first number, so we'll give 4 here. Now it is asking for the second number, so when we'll give 0, you will see that it is throwing an error, and after the error is occurring at the line 5, the further line of codes is not getting executed. So for that we will use the exceptional handling, and we know that the risky codes in which there is a chance that error can be occurred, so that line of codes is put inside the try block, and for handling that errors we use the except block. Now this time we are going to take the help of the built-in exception, which is zero division error, for handling this error, and we are simply going to print that we can't divide by 0. And now when we'll execute the code, you will see that is asking enter the first number, then it is asking enter the second number, and this time you are going to see that our error has been handled correctly, and then the next line of codes, that is the thank you, is also getting printed. So we'll understand it more efficiently with another example. So this time we'll create a function of taking elements as input from the user in a list, and then we are going to ask for the index from the user, and when the user will enter the correct index, the number present at or the element present at that index will be printed, and if the user will enter a wrong value of the index, then it will throw an error, and we are going to handle that error. So first of all, I'll create a function named list, then I'm going to take input of the elements inside the list. So for that I'll use the input function, and I'll write enter the elements, and we want our elements inside our list with space separated. So for that we are going to use a split function. Then we are going to take input for our index. Now this input will be in integer format, so we are using integer function, and then we are going to print simply the enter the index. Now this line is doing that. This line is, first we have created the element, a variable, and then we are saying that this index is the index of this list, which is going to taken by the user. And now we are simply going to print our element, and then we are going to call our function. So when we'll call our function, it is asking for entering the elements. We'll put our elements, and when I'll give 1, so the number present or the element present at the 1 index is 2. It is getting printed. Now again I'll execute the code. Now this time I'll enter 5, and you'll see it is throwing an error. So for handling the error, we'll use the try block, and we know that the risky codes are put inside the try block, which have a chance of getting an error. And for handling this error, we'll use the except block, and this time we'll take the help of the built-in exception, which is index error, and simply we are going to print inside this that invalid index input. And then we are going to print thank you. And when we'll execute the code, now it is asking for the entering the elements. Now this time if I'll enter 7, you will see our error has been handled successfully, and it is saying invalid index input, and then the further line of codes is also getting executed. So I hope with this example you have understood more clearly. Now there are many built-in exceptions, and you can create your own exceptions also. Now I'm going to show you that how you can raise your custom errors. So for that I'll create a function custom error, and then I'm going to take input that basically what is going to happen in this program, that we are going to take input and going to store that input into a variable a, and that input will be that the number between 5 to 9. The number which we are going to take input will be between 5 to 9. So we are taking the input into an integer, so we'll convert it into integer function, and then what we are going to do, we'll give the condition so that the number should be inside so that the number put or given by the user should be inside 5 to 9, so be between inside 5 to 9. So for that we'll give the condition here that if a is greater than 5 or a is smaller than 9, then do what? Then raise. This time we are going to raise a value error, and inside this value error we are going to print that you haven't entered a valid integer, or you haven't entered a integer between 5 to 9. And then we are going to call our function, and if the correct number is if the correct input has been given, then it will print the number. So when we'll execute the code, it's asking for enter the number between 5 to 9. So when I'll enter 6, which is between 5 to 9, so it will print 6. Okay, now we'll see that when we'll enter 1, it is going to raise our error. You can see here value error, you haven't entered an integer between 5 to 9. So in this way you can give your own custom errors. These are very beneficial in big lines of code. So thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next video.